Hello, my name is Jacob Smeedy. I am a nurse at Krause Hospital ICU. I'm currently attending the FNP program through Upstate Medical University. And I've chosen bipolar disorder as the focus of this little presentation. And I chose it mainly because of my personal experience with it. Brother-in-law and several close friends have either been diagnosed or have had a loved one diagnosed with this disorder. And I've also seen what this disorder can do to a person when they don't have the appropriate treatment or resources available to them to get the help they need. So I thought I would use this to highlight just a nice little educational resource on what exactly bipolar disorder is, as well as resources provided by this site that will help people find the help they need. So, main purpose of this little video is to just show you how to browse, how to navigate through the National Institute of Mental Health's site here. So, this whole website is National Institute of Mental Health, which is an offshoot of the National Institute of Health. So what we're going to do is go to our mental health information from here, health topics, and then we can just go down and pick bipolar disorder. And before I get too far, I know that we always want to verify the authenticity and accuracy of the information. And fortunately for us, the NIH is a very well renowned source of information and research in the medical community. And if we do our little SEER score here, you can see what I ranked it. I gave it 4 points for being authoritative. It's a very highly regarded site. I feel like the educational value gets it 4 points as well. As far as intent, this is a site that's highly targeted towards providing information, but because the National Institute of Mental Health falls under the National Institute of Health, there's also a lot of research being done by the site, and there are several areas of the site that kind of prompt you to look at research studies and joining into studies as somebody who has bipolar disorder. And originality, I gave 4 points. I believe the site is a primary source of original content and viewpoints. They do make a very clear statement at the bottom of the site, which I can look at, which does tell you, unless sourced otherwise, that all of this is original research and information provided by the National Institute of Health. And then quality, I'd say this is another 4 points. Site content is very high. So overall, I gave it a 95% based on this SEER rubric. So back to the page, do a quick overview here. You can see that you've got your options to navigate as we go. It gives you a quick overview of what bipolar disorder is and the different diagnoses that you can fall under. And there's very helpful signs and symptoms of bipolar disorder, along with a little chart that gives you, some examples of what that manic episode is and what that depressive episode may be. Continuing down this diagnosis, it talks about how a proper diagnosis is made, and it even gives these little caveats to healthcare providers, things to think about when making this diagnosis. And then it also goes down more signs and symptoms that can also be misinterpreted as other illnesses. Common misconception when you have psychosis associated with bipolar disorder. Many people are often misdiagnosed with schizophrenia because of the similarities. And then these are diagnoses and illnesses commonly found that go hand in hand with bipolar disorder. We'll get down to risk factors. This gives you just a general overview of what exactly puts you at a higher risk or what could put you at a higher risk. And if you read through here, it does a pretty good job of stating that, these studies suggest that this may put you at a higher risk. and what that means for you, such as your brain structure, genetic background, and family history. And then if we get down here, I think this is one of the best parts, treatments and therapies, including medications, and along with just listing types of medications, they go a little farther. You can follow this link here, mental health medications, which will bring you to this page. And this page gives you an overview of medications used to treat bipolar disorder and other mental health disorders, but you can go down to antipsychotics, which is commonly used in bipolar disorder, and it can tell you about certain medications. And if you go here, this will actually give you an even more detailed look at what the medication is. And this again brings you to Medline Plus, another very useful resource, mood stabilizers as well. And the same thing here, Medline Plus. Back to our page. That also goes into a little more detail about different types of non-medical therapies. So you've got psychotherapy. Again, another link to learn more about psychotherapy. Electroconvulsive therapy. And then another little caveat about being aware of supplements. That goes for both patients and providers. And then another excellent resource here, Finding Treatment. So I believe that I'm going to start with this link down here, which is the National Institute of Mental Health's own little page, kind of promoting ways to find help if you have bipolar disorder. But what I think is even more impressive is if we go back here and we look at this behavioral health treatment service locator, this can actually help you find services right around you. So when you come here, you choose which type of services you're looking for. So we're looking for mental health services. And then you can actually go through and kind of detail it towards your situation. I'm looking for outpatient. If I had to, psychiatric emergency walk-in services. You can choose your insurance and payment plans. You just click, and as you click, it actually updates. You can see the site's changing here as I add or take away. And then once you've picked everything that you think applies to you, you can even choose your language. Down here on this area of the site, you can scroll through all the services, and not only that, but you can actually visit the websites of the services. So Oswego Health provides you a website right here, as well as phone numbers, and you can go here and look up more information about that particular resource. Okay, back here again. This is that join the study that I was talking about, clinical trials. But again, there's a nice little caveat here saying that you should talk with your physician or a licensed healthcare provider before joining. And then down here, this is also very nice. Provides free e-booklets and brochures. So we'll just look at this one very quickly. And this is, again, it's pretty much all the same information in a printable PDF format. And again, it has things such as finding help, asking your doctor, treatment locators. And then, so that is my quick little tour of the National Institute of Mental Health's bipolar information page. Again, I think that this provides a lot of basic information that is easy to understand, as well as a lot of resources that can help you kind of start that journey to finding treatment, or helping family members of somebody with bipolar disorder find those resources that they might not otherwise have access to, and help to get their loved one into treatment.